Hey, what's going on, everyone? Neil Henderson here from Clearview Plastics in Sacramento, California. And today I'm coming to you to show off our new enclosure that is for the Bambu X and P line of printers. I think you guys are going to be stoked. Check this out. Okay, so here's the new enclosure. It's an external enclosure for the Bambu P1 and X1 series of 3D printers. So this fits the Bambu Lab P1P, the P1S, the X1, the X1 Carbon, and the X1E as well. So, first question is a lot of people might ask, why would you even enclose an already enclosed printer? So actually, there's actually still a good reason for it. First off, a lot of people actually use these printers inside of their garage where the temperatures might not be regulated, and so even with your enclosed printer, you might actually get failed prints and just warping from just being in a colder climate outdoors. And so by enclosing this printer, then it actually homogenizes the environment inside the enclosure a little bit easier, even if it's passively heated uh, just from the printer itself. Then we get a little bit higher of a temperature inside, and that makes it so that you get a better print results in a wider variety of print environments. So another reason is actually we work with tons of different businesses and labs, engineering labs, medical labs, science labs that are getting into 3D printing, and they actually have to ensure that the contamination from inside the 3D printer doesn't get outside. So with these enclosures, this actually helps to seal up your print environment inside the enclosure as well, so that you don't get contamination outside. And then lastly, we actually have a lot of users that, even though we've got an enclosed printer, and even like the X1C has something of a filter. It really isn't very much. They have friends and family members around that might be concerned about the health and efficacy of having the 3D printer in the house. And even aside from that, it's not necessarily the quietest thing ever as well. So by enclosing it, this allows you to have a little bit more control over the sound of the printer, and it allows you to kind of manage the off-gassing and the particulate that come out of the 3D printer. So now, this enclosure in particular is the Bambu Lab X1 and P1 series version 2 from us. So this is a brand new version. We've been doing an external enclosure for this series for a while, but the new version 2 is we basically pulled out all the stops to make this enclosure super duper nice. And so the first thing I want to show you is actually on the front door. With this, we've actually got the dampening feet that have been published for the X1 and P1 series printers. And so it does, what we do need to do is we do need to raise up this printer just a little bit because of the door design. So a lot of you anyway still like to run a paver block on the bottom to help deaden the sound and to just help the printer dampen the movements just a little bit anyway. So I actually built this, I designed this with that in mind. So about a 1-inch riser under the printer. Some people are doing like drawer systems, some people are doing risers. Then this is pretty ideal for it. So the way that this door is designed is we have what we call the frameless door design. So on top here, you can see that there's no framing on the top. The framing, or the face frame, kind of goes towards the bottom. So that that gives you like nice access to be able to access the printer. So if you need to get up on top, or if you need to go inside, but that's not it. Actually, we actually built in a top door as well, so you get really nice access to get in here and be able to work on your printer as needed. And that is a design that is super unique to Clearview Plastics and super functional for an enclosure like this. On this one, we also designed up some upgraded magnetic latches for the door, so they latch together really nice. This one has our heavy-duty hardware package, which is some nice heavy-duty binding screws, aluminum hinges, and then aluminum door pulls as well. So that's not it. On this guy, we also have the side access door so that you can open it up and you can work on your printer. So, and I didn't even mention it yet. This, of course, is compatible with the AMS system. And so the way that I've designed this, I don't have the AMS in-house as of right now, but the AMS will fit right up on top where we have our 5 kilogram Texas spool holder. So this is using our 1/4 inch acrylic panels, which are our heavier duty commercial grade panels, and that makes it strong enough to be able to hold something up on top, like the AMS or like this 5 kilogram spool holder. With our 5 kilogram spool plus spool holder, that's about 20 pounds of weight. Call it about 10 kilograms of weight, and it actually holds it just fine. And then so if you're feeding it externally, say from the AMS or like I have it here, we can just feed in some Bowden tube down to the printer, and you have access right on the side here. I also designed up or fit in a filament port on the back. This is more for the AMS so that you can easily bring down your Bowden tube from the AMS to your buffer on the back side. And so again, you have really nice access to do all that work right on the side here, and that is a feature that is super unique to this enclosure as well. The overall size of this, I would have to double check, but I believe it is 22 inches wide, 23.5 inches deep, and 23.5 inches tall. And that gives you enough room to also put in basically your favorite poop catcher there. And it gives us enough room to have some extra space in the back. And on the back here, then we also have a port for an external filter or a fan to keep the enclosure also a little bit cool. We also, aside from managing the temperature on the inside, we don't exactly want it to overheat, because then we're working with the electronics inside the printer. We don't want those to overheat. So on this is an exhausting air filter. It has HEPA, and it's a HEPA filter with charcoal impregnation to help with some of the smells as well. We do offer other fans and filters, such as a recirculating filter that keeps the heat inside, or we can also use this as just a fan that would hook up to a 4-inch exhaust hose so that you can actually run your any of the fumes and any of the particulate coming through there. You can run it into an HVAC system, or you can run it out of a window to ensure that you don't get fumes, VOCs, that type of thing inside of your workspace. On the bottom here, we've got a nice what we call a wire grommet, so you can feed your wiring inside. We make several accessories such as lighting kits and these spool holders as well. We've got a vertical spool holder. We also have our horizontal spool holder that we call the Lazy Susan. That's our latest development, and pretty sweet. So if you guys are running print farms, these large spools are super duper handy, and we find that you actually get a little bit less waste and just overall better print efficiency with these big spools. And so that is the Bambu P1 and X1 external enclosure by Clearview Plastics. And so that is our Bambu X1 and P1 external enclosure by Clearview Plastics. If you've seen us around but aren't familiar with us, We make enclosures for all sorts of different types of printers and laser engravers. We've made custom enclosures for other machines. We've worked with a variety of people, from hobbyists all the way up to universities and Fortune 500 companies. And one thing that I want to say is that we are, despite that, we are actually a super small business, and we make these in California. We design these in California, we build them in California, we ship them right out of California. We're appreciative people, and if you have any questions about our enclosures, head on over to clearviewplastic.com. Plastic is singular. Clearviewplastic.com, and you can check out some of the enclosures that we make. If you have something in mind that you need customized, just hit us up at email, contact@clearviewplastic.com. And again, my name is Neil Henderson. I'm the owner here and head designer, and so just give us a shout. Peace. Thanks much.